Hey guys, it's me Kelly and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be checking my SAT scores. I took 2 subject tests in August of 2019. If you don't know about the SAT subject test, a quick little thing is that it's a multiple choice test on one subject of your choice. It's 1 hour long, and every answer you get wrong, you get a quarter of a point off. And every answer you leave blank, there's no penalty. Some colleges that I want to apply to require them, especially if you're going into engineering. I took physics and math 2. I took a lot of higher level math classes, so you might think, oh, she knows calculus, so math 2, easy. No, that is not the case, because math 2 is algebra 2, geometry, pre-calc, and there's probability questions, which is stats, I guess. I don't know. I did not learn pre-calc. There was a lot of topics that I did not know at all. So I bought the Barron's Math 2 SAT subject test book, and I planned to study a lot over the summer, but I didn't. Flash forward 1 week before the SATs, I only did 3 chapters of that textbook. So within the last week, I just kept on reading, doing all the practice problems. I only took 2 practice tests. My diagnostic test was a 650. I ended up getting a 770 in one practice test and then an 800 in the second practice test. So I felt pretty prepared. The Barron's practice tests, I've heard, are a lot more difficult, which is why I think I will do well. But physics. I took physics 1 honors. I took the AP test for physics and got a 4. And then I took AP Physics C mechanics and then got a 4 on that too. If you know anything about Physics C, you know that there's mechanics and E&M. Mechanics is just Physics 1, but calculus. E&M is Physics 2. This SAT subject test has both 1 and 2 of algebra-based physics. I did not take physics 2, so I had a lot to start learning, memorizing. You don't get an equation sheet and not a calculator or anything like that. I bought another Barron's textbook. This physics textbook, I didn't touch it until the week before the SATs. I procrastinated so hard. It was a summer and I just couldn't work. I took the diagnostic test, got a 630. You basically need an 800 for math and above 750 for physics, especially engineering. And I knew I did not know half of this book, yet I still procrastinated and worked so tirelessly the last few days of the SAT. This is really bad, and I really do not advise you to do this at all. But 2 nights before the SAT, I stayed up till 5 a.m. just reading, studying. And physics is a hard subject. It's not easy to teach yourself. My approach was not a good idea. I know, I messed up, but it's okay because I took a practice test. I only had time for 1 practice test, and on that one, I got an 800, which is the highest you could get. So I was hopeful that I could get a good score in the real deal. I went to sleep really early. I went to sleep at 9, I think. This is the funny part. I wake up that next day, SAT testing day, at 7:47. If you don't know, the SATs doors open at 7:45 and you're supposed to get there by 8 o'clock. I woke up at 7:47. I slept through my alarm. I woke up, my mom came running into my room Kelly, SAT! And my dad was like, no, you can't take it, we're not gonna make it. Cause the school I signed up for, it's the school I go to, and that's about 20 minutes away. And then I was like, yes, we can make it, we have to go. So I brushed my teeth, I put on random clothes, and I ran out the door, went into my dad's car. We drove to my school, get there 8:05. And then the security guards in the front told us we had to turn around and leave. I was about to cry. I was like,
no, can you please check? I know they started a little late last time, so can you just check? Because I really want to take this test, blah, blah, blah.
They're like, nope, you gotta go. And then I was like,
please, can I talk to somebody?
It was this guy on the outside. He was like, you could talk to the guy inside this little hut thing, because they have the phone, they could call whatever if you need it. We could check in there. I was like, okay. I went into the little hut thing. There were 2 men staring at me what you need? I'm like, I need to take the SATs. And they're like, nope. I'm like, no, I need to take the SAT subject tests. And they were like, I was like, can you please call someone and make sure they didn't start? I really need to take them. And they were like, okay, I'll call them. They called the people. All right, you're good. You could go. And I was like, yes. I was so happy. You don't know how happy I was. So I go in, I take the test. This is like a whole entire like story. I'm really sorry you're waiting for the reaction, but I just want to explain myself before I see my score. I go into the testing room, like I sign in everything, and literally I'm like so tired. I just woke up and rushed out of the house, and I decided to take the math 2 first so that I could boost my morale, right? Like math is like my strong suit. So if I do good in math, then I'll be more positive about physics, which makes sense. So I started the math. My fingers were going so slow in the calculator because I was just so out of it. I felt pretty confident. Not amazingly confident, but like I felt like, okay, that wasn't too bad. And move on to physics. I think that was my mistake of taking physics second, because as soon as I opened the test book, no formulas by the way, I forgot everything. I didn't know anything. I left a few blank. I'm pretty sure I got a lot wrong. And the thing is, they asked some weird questions that weren't the type of questions to appear in like one of these tests. The wording of the SAT College Board questions were like really different than the Barron's ones. So I was like kind of really confused, and like they focused on a lot of chapters that I really didn't focus intensely on. Like I just like kind of skimmed those chapters because I thought I kind of knew it, and they were really heavy on those questions. And the ones that I knew for sure, I'm like, yes, I know this, I understand this topic now, those weren't even on the test. So I don't really have high hopes for physics. I honestly forgot that the SAT scores came out today. So now I'm back home. I'm here. I'm ready to check my scores. I'm still in my khakis from school. I have high hopes. I have low expectations, but I really do not want to take any of these tests again. I really don't want to retake these again. Alright, let's look at this. I got a 760 in math too, and I got a 730 in physics. Oh, what do I do? Should I take it again? I don't know. It doesn't show me how much I get wrong. If I check the percentiles, the higher you are, the better. For math 2, I'm in the 61st percentile, and for physics, I'm in the 62nd percentile. How did that even happen? For Barron's, like I literally got an 800, and Barron's is always harder, they say. Maybe that book lied to me and was saying,
oh, you're doing fabulous, sweetie. 800 for you and this, 800 for you and this.
And then I get this. Everyone on Reddit is like, oh, I got a 770 in Barron's. I got 800 in the real thing. Oh man, like I wish I was like pleasantly surprised or something, you know? I wish I was surprised, like, oh my gosh, like I know I got a few questions wrong, but the curve was good and like got an 800, like thought it was gonna be like that. I was really building myself up to be like, oh my gosh, I got an 800, I can't believe it. But that wasn't the case this time. 800 in math is like regular. It's like, that's normal. And I was like kind of confident about it too. I don't really know what to say. Sure, I did get a good score in the SAT, but like I worked for that. I worked the last minute, but it wasn't enough, and it showed. And I know in the comments people are going to be like, oh, that's a good score, like if I got that score I'd be so happy, blah blah blah. But like compared to the rest of my stats, like my SAT score, my GPA, my extracurricular, like everything, this is not standard for me. Like I'm on the fence, like does it matter that much? Like I know if it was a regular SAT and I got a bad score, I would take it again. But this, I'm not sure, because some schools require it, some schools don't require it. My score is an okay score, it's not terrible, but I don't want this to hurt my chances in any school. Should I take it again? I don't know. This Instagram account called Mascot College Mentor actually reached out to me and asked if I could promote their Instagram page. I'm not getting paid. This is not an ad or anything. On this Instagram page, each post is a different person, And there are so many students with different majors, different schools, and some of the big name schools that a lot of you guys will probably be interested. Columbia, MIT, Cornell, Stanford, Brown, Georgia Tech, UCLA, Harvard, Johns Hopkins, Boston University, Boston College, WashU, George Washington University, UPenn, Duke, and so much more. There's a ton. And they're actually willing to give advice and help with college applications. It's all for free. There's so many smart people on here and they could totally help you, so use this as a resource. They're in the college and they're in there for a reason, and they can help you get there too. You can check them out on Instagram if you want, or you don't have to. I'm just letting you know, I'm giving you this information just in case you want to use it. I'm definitely going to reach out to the ones that are relating to engineering. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video more than I did. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!